Alright, so let's go ahead and keep on going in. So plans for the future. What I'm going to be up to. I'll share a little bit of my personal life into this. Currently, I'm enjoying the last of my holidays before I have to return to school and work. I don't want to. I'm still hoping we're going to go into school personally. Oh, that's not what I thought was going to appear. So we'll just back that up. So I don't know if I'm going to end up going into school or not. Well, I know I'm enrolled in it. I'm not actually sure if we're going to be on site or not, just because the world, unfortunately, is Canada's. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. It's everything going on at the moment. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to talk exciting things about the future, what I've got planned. So, may or may not be going back into the school, and that will ultimately change up some things. I'm currently planning that I'm going into it, so yeah. I'll elaborate a little bit on this later. We're making some small channel improvements. I'm slowly trying to make a stockpile of videos for the future instead of just 1 month. And also another big thing for me is I'm eventually going to be moving out and being on my own, which still... Well, when I first was writing this, actually, it kind of terrified me. But now I think, the idea sat and like, okay, it's gonna happen it's gonna happen eventually, and I'm banking on it probably happening this year if things go my way, which that might also affect some things coming out of it. Well, it'll affect it definitely will affect a short-term period of time, but in terms of long-term, I got no idea. So, and I'm still dealing with personal issues, which also include the channel. So, yeah, I'm not going to get too much into that. Again, some things with channel involves a little bit of burnout, a little bit of, okay, I want to improve stuff. I don't know what. I want to try to... I'd like to eventually I would love to make money off of this stuff, but I'm again content with it being just a hobby channel. Keeps me, keep. I'm not sure how to describe it, but anyways, let's keep going forward before I blabber on too long on one point. So, future plans involving videos. Going forward, and I've been saying this for a while, we're going to be going back to our usual 1 to 2 episodes of a single, maybe 2 series per day. So that we're reverting back to that after December because, well, that was a bit of a mess. I'm always up for suggestions for games to play, and I'm planning on actually doing some different video formats, i.e. like a 100 days sort of thing, a bunch of 1 or 2 minute video. Well, I'm not sure what I mean. I guess just a bunch of clips, mix it, like bundled up into one and edited to go from there. I guess something what Civilization's sort of following at the moment, except more in detail and more, because right now what I do for most of my videos is I either record, the episode for the day, run it through Filmora to add a little bit of a fade in, fade out effect, and, kind of make it look like a bit of a little bit nicer intro and outro to it. And then anything that takes longer than that, say I record 2, 3, 4, etc., for the day, it'll have like an intro or outro sequence depending on if it just picks right back up. Or I'll either do one on my own, and then have an outro, or I'll do an outro which is the end of that recording session, and then with an intro. And some of it's just, okay, there's an intro, outro, just to introduce the video, I guess. So, yeah. One-off videos. I also didn't mention this, but I guess reviews, since that one went pretty well. Maybe I'll do a couple reviews for games that I played. I do actually have and I guess Theorycraft would also kind of go into that, because I do have a couple of those that I'd like to do at some point. But yeah, I'd like to mix it up a little bit. Overall, I guess in the long term, I still enjoy Let's Play, don't get me wrong. Still enjoy doing that. It would be nice to transition into more of a maybe 60-40 or 70-30, where 60 to 70% of what I'm uploading is just these quick to make Let's Play episodes, and then the rest of the time it's these more longer edited stuff, because I like to create things. I got tons of stuff that I got, like a ton of things that I want to do. Is just, hey, sometimes I get bored of it, or it's more of a sporadic of, okay, I got to do this, I want to do this now, and then 2 or 3 days later, I go, I just am a little burnt out of this. So, yeah, that's just a bit of a long explanation of that. Anyways, a little bit more into that. Still working on Dishonored. That's going to take a long time before it's ready. I'm not going to mention it again until I bring it back up. Granted, nobody's asked about it, but it is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, is play Dishonored, and it's just, I've been trying to do a lot of things. Maybe in the future, when I'm out on my own, it might be easier for me to make this, but I'll bring that up again once we're ready for it. As I mentioned earlier on in the month, Skyrim's going to be moving to the same style that Oblivion is, and I'm hoping to start it sometime in February. So Oblivion's sort of a roleplay let's play where I try to roleplay what the character would do, i.e. we don't fast travel, I guess, well, we don't really eat as well. Sometimes when we wait, I explain away, okay, Slim's going to be, well, that's not when I guess he decides to eat. He eats something, recharges for the day, relaxes, maybe talks around, gets some information, goes to bed, wakes up in the morning, as a way to sort of explain why he suddenly knows some information. So say he knows the location of an area that he just got when somebody said, yeah, I want you to go to this cave, please. Good luck. Well, then that night, I'd say, okay, he asked around a little bit. He now has a map marker that points him there, and it allows me to still use the compass. And it tries to explain it into there. That's sort of what we're going to be doing with Skyrim, except a little more realistic, because obviously we got I have a lot more mods, and Skyrim's more moddable? Is that a word? It can be modded easier, let's say that. Especially with Anniversary Edition out, it'd be nice to have a playthrough going for that. And hopefully by the time we finish we get through everything that I want to, there's a couple of mods that I'm looking at in particular. I guess 2, 3, maybe 3 mods? No, probably 2. 2 for certain. And they're massive mods, so hopefully we'll be ready to we can dive right into that once we finish with our what I have planned for that Skyrim roleplay series. And then, who knows, maybe Elder Scrolls 6 might be out by the time we're finished with it. This is going to take a while for it. But anyways, even though it hasn't really left, Minecraft will be returning in January. I'm not sure when. I'm still trying to work a little bit on the world. As a bit of an update, I've terraformed a little bit just at the top of the bridge, at the top of the walkway. Actually also increased the height. And I'm trying to make a little, just a small farmers community. So that's where mainly the farmers will live. And I gotta terraform that entire rest of the shrub. I have also done a little bit of exploring as well. Collected quite a few goods to help us out with building stuff around the base. And I've also discovered quite a few biomes, including a few places that I plan on just going there and collecting a ton of dirt and other resources from. So that's a bit of that's your update for Minecraft. Take it or leave it. And if you want to see, another reminder, if you want to see any of the December Daily series return, please let me know. I'd love to keep continuing them onward. And there has been a little bit of interest so far in the Star Sector stuff returning, so maybe that might come back for a little bit. But you guys want to see more of it, let me know. Even if one person says, hey, I want to see more of it, or, I don't know, say the videos get, let's go 31. If we get a total of 31 likes for any one series, it'll come back. It'll come back as a viewer's choice video. So, now on to some sort of misc. I have quite a bit planned out for this. This is where we're going to start more channel-related things. I've started working on some thumbnails for all my previous series and been retroactively applying them. This is going to take me quite a while to do. Currently, I have all the PS2 thumbnails built out for that, and we'll be putting them out slowly over time. I'm trying to going forward, I'm going to try to do one series every week, just go add it at one series, make a thumbnail, and then retroactively apply them, and as well as also finish up on some of the ones that we haven't finished. I actually found this out, but turns out I never made a Dragon Age Awakenings one. So that's going to be that for I already know what I'm doing with that one, so that won't take too much time. But something else, say like well, I already know what I want to do for StarCraft 2 as well. I don't know. Let's say I can't think of one at the moment. Elder Scrolls Legends. There we go. That we could say. Say ESL. That one. I lost the original point. Let's just keep going onward. If you have any opinions on them, let me know. I'm always looking away for them to make better or to improve, just like many things out there. And I don't know why that point is in there. I guess that's something that I left in there. But anyways, you got any opinions, let me know about that. We're just going to skip over that point there. And oh geez, this is a broken slide. Alright, so this one was a broken slide. I really hope that doesn't go through. I didn't catch this in my testing. I only tested about half of it. Anyways, future plans continued. I'm going to be working on a newer intro outro sequence and an both, and that should be and an all-purpose. No, not both. I don't know why that both is there. And more video-specific ones. So the all-purpose one's going to kind of be the all-purpose intro outro is going to be used a lot at the start of the year, but as it goes onward, it'll be used less and less in favor of more series-specific ones. Obviously, I'm not going to be retroactively putting them to all my videos as well. That would take, I think that would take a few years just to be able to get through. Just to have film where I edit all that through, and quite frankly, it's just not. I'm not going to retroactively do it. That would be crazy. That'd be also very dumb. But anyways, that's what I plan on doing for the intro outro. Just an all-purpose one for most of my videos, and then more specific ones for some special ones, as well as eventually break it up for the series. I got a couple ideas on what I'm going to do with the Minecraft one, which is probably. Well, actually, that is a part of the reason why Minecraft's going to be delayed till about February. But anyways, on to some planned the planned new series. So I already mentioned Skyrim being changed. Not going to go into any more details on that. I'd like to start up Dragon Age 2 within the first quarter of the year. It'll be replacing Raft once I finish that. I don't know why I almost said Laugh. As for Raft, I'm about a third of the way through the final island in Chapter 1. I haven't uploaded anything related to that, but I'm going to be working on it and trying to get that going in the very near future. Age of Empires 2 is going to replace Age of Empires 1 once Age of Empires 1 is finished. Shouldn't be any surprise there. Assassin's Creed, that is something I'd like to play at some point, and I might start that up within the second or third quarter of 2022, although that is subject to change, which is something I didn't mention on here, as I simply just don't know if I'm gonna follow through on that, or if I really want to. Maybe I might change my mind by that point. And something that I've heard a lot of praises towards Terraria and Stardew Valley, and they both look like pretty fun games to play for this channel. So let me know if you're interested in either one of those, or specifically which one of them. A little bit of continue. One of RimWorld's best modders is making a game called Curse Crew, and it looks really cool. And as soon as it releases, I'm going to be making a series on it, as sort of to honor his amazing work into RimWorld, which please don't stop making vanilla expanded stuff. I really love them. But anyways, we're going to be making I'm going to be making a series on that 100% when it comes out. I've never played Dwarf Fortress before, but it says to be coming out in Steam at some point. I have played with the Z-level mod in RimWorld, which I'm told is, somewhat like having RimWorld and Z-level mod integrated is kind of like Dwarf Fortress, so it seems like something to be pretty interesting. So once it comes out, I'm going to plan on having a series on it. Stars Sector, I don't know why I have Star, is also coming out on Steam at some point upon its official release, because it's technically still in, I think, beta 9.5, maybe 9.6 by the time this comes out. So, which is also going to have a series on the channel when that happens, or we're just going to keep going with the modded one on the beta version. So, yeah, that'll be pretty exciting to have happen. I want to know what you guys think about Total War. Looks like a pretty fun series. I just don't know which one I should start with. You got any opinions on that? Any thoughts? Let me know. I'd like to know. Also, do you know of a good game? Let me know in the comments section. I'd be really interested in playing a game of your picking. And I'll say it again at the end of the video. I'm just gonna quick pause this. I gotta get something to drink. And here I thought this wasn't gonna be too long. We're already oh geez, about an hour in. My God, this is gonna be a long one. I knew this was gonna be long. I didn't think it was gonna be this long. Anyways, I think I've actually covered everything on it. You know a good game? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna make sure to keep track of it because I kind of lost my previous list of this. Anyways, on to December dailies. We're going to quickly talk about that. So, of 2021, I've learned a lot about what happened, specifically that it was a failure of an idea. I don't know why I called it an experiment, but I'm going to give myself at least props for I did make a good effort to try and finish it. It just never panned out. Unfortunately. As a matter of fact, it's still not quite panning out, but we'll fix that up later. However, I believe that with some better planning and much more early preparations, it would work out. I'm not talking a few, like 2-3 months. Talking about we're going to start at the beginning of the year to getting that done. So a big factor of it was making all that extra footage not far enough ahead in time. So what I'm going to do is, plus with some extra time I could get more money. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm going to be doing this, and we're going to try to do it for 2022. Going to start by making footage at the beginning of the year. So some games that I'll be adding in, as of today, December 31st, Pixel Junk Monsters 2, Insane Aquarium, Ironclad Tactics, Rise of Nations, a mission of that, another PopCap game or two, not sure which one yet, the Henry Stickmin collection, a custom campaign for StarCraft 2, and that one's a bit of a maybe. Yeah, I basically just went through my Steam and went, okay, what games do I have here that I haven't played for the channel that it would make sense to repeat it? Went, okay, these guys are. So, yeah. None of these games are hopefully going to be taken off the list. I'd like to add more to the list a little bit further down the road. And honestly, this is between now and the end of the year, at least with what I currently foresee myself doing, I think it's quite possible to do it. In other words, do you have any suggestions from the previous point? Also, games being released in the future might make it on that list. That's to say that, hey, this isn't set in stone. The listing here, what I got here is what I plan on doing, but I'm not taking anything off, but I can always add stuff onto it. Unless push comes to shove and I have to. But anyways, do you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see as sort of a bonus thing? Maybe you're working on a modded game and you're like, hey, I want to see it play. I'm like, okay, sure, we'll play it. I'm going to be getting started with Pixel Junk Monsters 2 within a couple of days, getting that going once I finish the previous one, which we're about 2/3 through the game, so we're not that far behind. Alright, for the 100 days format, I got a little bit to talk about that. Something I'd like to keep going, especially with Minecraft. That being said, which ones would you like to see? Anything. I'm still going on my more relaxed and my more heavily builded world. I've actually finished, I think, about 1 or 2/5 of that. So, but I haven't actually made any, haven't started editing it down. I mean, the raw footage, I'm 2/5 about through it, but yeah, it takes a while to edit, and a big reason why I didn't upload like what I had promised to 1 or 2 of them by the end of the month is because I got them I had finished him, and I was about to hit the edit button when I went, all right, I'm just going to take one quick look back through it, and went, I don't like what I did with this. I'm going to change it up. So, yeah, I didn't like what I had made, so I'm going to be redoing a little bit of redoing some voiceover for it, redoing what I cut out for it. So it's going to take a while before I have that released. So, yeah, I got plans to make one on a 1.12.2 mod pack. I'm just waiting for an update from the mod authors on that one, and then I'll actually make it for that. I have a really cool idea what I'm going to do with it. I say really cool. It sounds cool in theory. I don't actually know if it'll portray well, but I also got planned to make one for 1.18 with some more vanilla-friendly mods, and it kind of depends on how soon I die off in my current more relaxation world, or if I have enough space on my computer for it. But that's a completely different problem. Anyways, this is what I got planned for Minecraft at least. If you want to see the sort of 100-day format in a different game, let me know. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So in terms of some scheduling, finally almost at the end of this, I promise. So, current schedule, as I mentioned, it's going to be a 1 to 2 episode on one, sometimes 2 series a day, with December 2022 being a major exception to that. If a series happens to finish or break beyond repair, I'll replace it with something on the planned new series, unless we get some suggestions, and actually I have a bit of a caveat to that, which I'll explain in a bit. If things get busy, I likely won't be making up for anything that I've missed, just because, well, if I start getting behind on that, then I try to overcut, then I might end up getting behind on something else, trying to get caught up. So it might be best that I get behind, I miss a day, unless I have the footage all ready to go, and say I just missed it because maybe I got home from work late, or maybe I don't know, some legitimate reason. I'll just and it's already ready to go. I'll just upload it the next day. But for the most part, I won't be making up for anything that I've missed. Occasionally there'll be a more specialized video, or I guess a more heavily edited video, like the Minecraft 100 Days, or say a review. There's no plans around that. They'll just come out when they happen to come out. And most of this should be set in stone, but if things change, I'll make an update for that. So, without further ado, here's what we got for the current schedule. On Sundays, which is, I guess, represented by the 14th, I just took a day in Google. I just took a string in Google calendars and went, okay, we're going to just do this, just to clearly show it. But anyways, Sundays I plan on still releasing in RimWorld Ideology, the 1.3 update. Mondays is still Raft Let's Play. It's sort of the same format that we followed before. It's just, I guess, this is a more concrete, and I guess maybe as another reminder. Age of Empires on Tuesday, Minecraft on Wednesday, Civ 4 on Thursday, PS2, which is currently Ratchet Deadlock, on the Friday, and the Oblivion Let's Play on Saturdays. Now, in terms of replacements / alongside part of the schedule, this is where I'd like to be heading in terms of our Let's Play series. Whether or not we get there is a completely different story. This likely won't be implemented all together. Rather, maybe one at a time. So what I mean by that is I'm not going to have everything I got on the schedule implement on this other schedule implemented at the same time. It might come okay. Maybe I have, say, one series, say Terraria starting up alongside Age of Empires on one day, and maybe a month or two later, say I have Skyrim starting up on Saturday as well, or running alongside it. It'll likely depend, especially with the Viewer's Choice series, which we'll get into that in just a tiny bit. Same thing as the previous. If I get busy, I likely won't be making up for anything that I missed. Any days that currently don't have an alongside series will be covered a little bit later on, and I'll explain that in just a little bit. And there might also be, these might be sidelined when December rolls around if there's a crunch time, though with the current way I've got things planned out, I'm hoping to avoid this altogether. I'm hoping to avoid it. It might happen, but I'm hoping to avoid it with all this extra prep that we're doing earlier on. So, here's what I got planned for our replacement / alongside schedule. So and I didn't mean for that to be viewer's choice, to sort of it skipped my mind at the time, but that's actually supposed to be a cursed crew is going alongside RimWorld's ideology. Since, hey, the RimWorld I'm playing, it has a lot of Oscar's has a lot of his mods in it, so it would only make a whole lot of sense if we also have Cursed Crew going alongside it. Dragon Age 2 is coming after Raft. Age of Empires 2 is coming after Age of Empires, as already mentioned. I'd like to do either Terraria or Stardew Valley alongside Minecraft. Let me know which one you want to see. A viewer's choice to go alongside Cavemen to Cosmos, since that series is probably going to last another 10 years, knowing my luck. Another viewer's choice to go alongside Ratchet, or the PS2 series, Ratchet Deadlocked at the moment. And then the Skyrim roleplay / Let's Play is going to go along with the Oblivion, because that makes sense. And now, with a few questions for you guys, since, I have some questions I'd like to ask you guys. So questions for you. And this is the one I always ask, and I've asked this, I think, 4 or 5 times earlier. What would you guys like to see done as a series? Let me know in the comments section. I'm going to keep track of this stuff. I'm going to keep better track than what I have been. A bit of a strange one. Do you guys visit other YouTube-like platforms? I know there's a couple other platforms out there that you can upload videos to and people can view, like YouTube. Just curious, do you guys visit those other platforms? I'm debating if I want to start up on one of the, start up a channel on one of those and upload to there as well, as in addition to YouTube. Let me know. I'm genuinely curious. For quality assurance question, do you like the quality of the videos? Any suggestions on making improvements, how to make them better? I have had a couple for Civilization 4 that I've implemented across most of my other videos, which is just shrinking the aspect ratio that I see to allow OBS to increase the amount that it can capture. So that's currently setting at, for most of my videos, it should be sitting at 1080p from what I release now. This one might have a little bit of stop and start, although there's not really too much harm to that. But anyways, you got any quality thing? Do you like the quality of the videos? You got any suggestions for them? Let me know in the comments. Personal curiosity question: what do you guys as the viewers like? Do you like the sort of quick to make Let's Play format where I record 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes at once, a little bit of quick edit, quick fades, cut out maybe anything that I have to skip in the middle with a bit of a transition there, add an intro or outro to it if I need to, and then just release it? Do you like those, or do you like the longer to edit special videos? I'm kind of curious. Personally, I don't mind doing either or. I like doing either or. Sometimes it's good. I like making just recording what I have, posting it up, and sometimes I go, you know what, I want to make something special. It's like making dinner. Sometimes you just go, you know what, I'm just gonna make pasta tonight, pasta tomorrow, pasta the next day with a nice sauce alongside of it, and then the occasional time I go, you know what, I really want something different, something that's going to take a little bit more time, maybe something a little more experimental, something more special, if you will. Yes, I just tied cooking and video making in the same. Anyways, do you guys like that sort? What style do you like? Let me know. I might try to do more of it. If you like the special videos, I'll try to do more of it a little more often. If you like the quick to make Let's Play videos, then I just stick to what I'm doing right now. And sort of a channel specific, what was your favorite video this year? I think GeoMakers could be summed down to any one of the PVZs that he's any one of the modded ones anyways. And a random funny question of yours. What's a favorite, or not funny, fun question. What's a passion of yours? Mine would be, I like ancient history. Just looking back, seeing what we accomplished back then, some of the feats that we were able to do then that nowadays we go is, yeah, sure, nowadays we take it as, yeah, we could do this, but back then it was, I can't believe we did this. And some of the things that come out nowadays, I still go, I can't believe we could do this. like, I have a PS2 sitting in beside me. I think the memory card, like, well, granted, a lot of this game info was stored on discs, but the memory cards for save games used to be like only a few megabytes. And now I go on some of my, I go looking around some of my files, and it's like gigabytes. So storage is memory storage is pretty great. Anyways, there are a few things that I didn't quite get around to covering in this video that I'm sort of now thinking about it, but this already took me an hour to just make the footage for this alone, and took me a couple hours to make up this the entire everything else behind the video. But anyways, I think it's about time we wrapped up. Anything that we didn't cover here that you're curious about, I'll try to answer within reason. Obviously, please don't go asking too personal of a question, but if anything general that's more specific to here, feel free to ask. Please answer any, like, you're seeing this at the very end. I'd love to know your opinions on any of the questions I got here or anything I've asked previously throughout the video. So, yeah. Thank you all for a great 2021. I know it's kind of been a little strange going ons out there in the world, but honestly, I had a good time with this. I'm looking forward to an even better 2022. Thank you all for a great year. Have a happy New Year's, and here's, like I say, here's to a greater 2022.